It's a reality. Let's give it the chance to grow. Let's join our hands to farm the land so we can have enough food to show.
You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the app. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Dstasrr.
Welcome and a very good evening to you all watching on Star Nation. I say good evening and welcome to today's date, another Wednesday, the 26th day of August 2020. The time is coming up to exactly 10 minutes past 1800 hours. My name is Olayomi Koiki and I'm going to be your host this evening as I drive you home. A lot of people that are here in United Kingdom are just making their way home after a very long shift of working very hard. Likewise, those in the United States, in America, in Canada, in Australia are literally just getting into their lunchtime. If you just joined us for the first time, I say good evening and welcome, and I'd like to first and foremost say a very good evening to each and every one of you, and this is called Niger Voices on Star Radio UK. This is a show that we've been bringing to you for the last 3 years, and we couldn't have done this without some of our sponsor and likewise my powerful producer, Mr. Frank David. Also, I'd like to say good evening to Archie and the other presenter across Star Radio UK. If you've joined us for the first time, try and make sure that you just don't download the apps on Star Radio UK on our App Store. Remember to also go on our YouTube page and subscribe, and likewise follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, share the broadcast, tell your friend that every Wednesday we're live at exactly 1800 hours. This time last week Wednesday I was transmitting right inside the studio, but yes, we'll be back again in the studio maybe next week. But for today I'll be here giving you the latest information and what you need to know. We want to talk about the COVID-19. What has been your own reaction in Nigeria? For they've lost some of their loved ones, and likewise a lot of family are just trying to get things together exactly during this COVID-19. I'm going to give us the latest report of the COVID in Nigeria. I'll be telling you some of the headline and some of the latest development in terms of the ODUDUWA movement as well. We'll be talking about that before the end of tonight's broadcast as well. If you've joined us for the first time, get yourself together and let us roll on with my sponsor by Olu Food. Olu, you can get all the African food stuff right on their website, www.oluolufoods.com. Also, I'd like to welcome each and every one of our friends and family that is watching us across the world. I say good evening and welcome to another evening on Niger Voices, where we bring to you the best of what is happening within the Nigerian community and likewise those back home as well. There's a lot to discuss every time. A lot of us, we looked at the situation at home. We are worried. We are stressed out. What money have you spent during this COVID-19? Has there been a palliative delivered to your family, your friends, or your neighbors in Nigeria by the government? Has there been any kind of support from the government, especially in a country that has 102 million poverty in the world? We have 102 million people that are in an extreme abject poverty. What is your response with your family when they call you and demand for money because to take care of them, especially your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London? So many people always ask, when do you come live every day? I say, well, we are not live every day. But if you join me at 11 o'clock exactly on Star Radio UK, you'll be able to catch some of the latest Nigerian news, where we are reporting back to the morning show with myself, Archie, Frank, and some of our beautiful other guests that do join us as well. Also remember, if you like to send the money home, SendWave is one platform, one powerful platform that you can get those money across to Nigeria, to Ghana, and other part of the world. To know more details, make sure you tune in on Tuesday, where we'll tell you more on that as well. Before we go further, we have also like to say thank you to those that have stayed with us for the last 3 years on Naija Voices. It has not been easy, but let us enjoy this powerful music as it goes this way. It's called Naija Voices on Star Radio UK, and I'd like to welcome each and every one of you for joining us this evening once again. I'd like to drive you home. Make sure you wind up and listen to us. Also remember, if you once again, it is the ODUDUWA music, and I'm sure a lot of you know my position when it comes to this movement, but this is my own opinion, not literally the opinion of Star Radio UK. Once again, it's going to be about the COVID-19. The studio line, I guess my producer will be getting that number up. If otherwise, I'll be telling you more on where you can call the show. And also, if you'd like to join us by Skype, it is Star Radio UK 1. And I'll be able to get you right onto the Skype where I can see your face and you can tell me how much have you sent back to Nigeria during this COVID-19. How much have you sent back home when it comes to this COVID-19? I'll be giving us the statistics in terms of the total number. It is called Naija Voices on Star Radio UK. I hope I would like to say once again, welcome on board for joining me on this Wednesday, the 26th day of August. August is gone. October rally. Do you know anything about that? I'll be telling you more before the end of today's program. Once again, it is Christmas. When people tell you that Nigeria was good, it was during the Western region. What do you think? Has Nigeria been able to support those during this COVID-19? That is what we want to discuss. You will also have the opportunity to call the show and tell me how much have you sent to your loved ones using SendWave. Remember to use SendWave when you're sending that money home. It is called Orile-Dewa Aduro. If you like our page on Facebook, Star Radio UK, remember it is Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station here in London. Your friends, let us enjoy these. We couldn't have done this show without my producer that is working extremely hard every day. If you have any services, you have a goods, or you just want to know about Star Radio UK. Your time being, I say good evening, and in just a while, I'll be telling you more where we are with the coronavirus, state by state. How much have you sent home to your loved one during this COVID-19? I say good evening to Akonji that is watching us all the way from Kenya. You can also our media on Star Radio UK is going, as we know that we are globally. But this evening, we're looking at COVID-19. What has it done to your family? Have you died of the coronavirus?
Orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà ní ìrètí tí a ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìran Yorùbá láti dé ibi tí ọkàn wa ń fẹ́.
Lockdown in Nigeria. People were crying just about the mysterious death. What can you share with us? Are you watching me from Nigeria? Do you have any information that you'd like to share with us with coronavirus? What has happened? A lot of virus before the end of the broadcast. I will tell you the figure, but I'm also going to be sharing that page exactly. The link, the pictures are where you can see what is happening, and you can also follow the development every Wednesday when I am live on Star Radio UK. Before I go further, I just want to touch on the where we are with the stand. I know, I feel your pain, people. This coronavirus. And I work in the airport. How do you expect somebody to survive when they are not getting paid? There's no palliative. Believes that Nigeria is not working, and it is time we bring the cake and cut it and let everybody stay on their own. It is called Orílẹ̀-èdè.
Ìjọ wa dára kí ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran kí ó máa jẹun. Ṣé ó dára bí kí ọmọ aláṣọ kí ó máa wọ àkísà? Ǹjẹ́ ó sunwọ̀n kí ọmọ onílé kí ó máa gbé ẹ̀yìn odi?
Once again, I could see each and every one of you. Temi says, I am listening. Just your strength. Good evening and welcome. It is called Naija Voices. You can also call the show with the coronavirus. And this is information from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, where as at yesterday, we now can tell you the total number of the coronavirus cases in Nigeria, whether you think is an audio. Mine is to tell you that the coronavirus is real. There was new 252 new cases of COVID. Rivers State have 27. Lagos, wow, by 26. Literally does not mean. I'm going to tell you the total figure of Lagos. Number is going down. FCT 18, Kaduna 18, Ekiti State 10, Kano 10, Taraba 9, Anambra 8, Edo 8, Oyo State 8, Delta 7, Ogun State 6, Abia State 5, Bayelsa 5, Ebonyi 1, Osun 1. The total number then takes us to 52,800 confirmed cases, all in total of coronavirus. People that was also detained by the DSS for district media personnel here in UK. I spoke to him in the afternoon, but what we can tell you so far is still we are looking at the COVID-19 cases. How much money have you sent to your loved ones during this very difficult time? A lot of people have lost their job. A lot of people are also struggling as well. Once again, Naija Voices on Star Radio UK. If you've joined us, welcome on board. Share the broadcast. Invite your friend. Let us go through to the largest crude oil producer in the world. Again, if you've joined us, I say good evening and welcome to Naija Voices on your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And I know the call is coming. You're more than welcome.
Calling from London.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
I just want to contribute quickly how the COVID-19 has affected me as a Yoruba citizen living in London and who's got family in Yoruba nation.
Go ahead.
Yes, having anything to do with Nigeria based on what my experience has been. And so that is why we encourage so that we can rally together and tell the Nigerian government that we cannot continue to bring people back home when there should be a government in place in Yoruba nation. Thank you very much, and I'm enjoying your show.
Thank you very much. And now I can tell you we have, the screen. If you look at this total number, for those of you watching us at home right now, what do you think about this number? Confirmed cases. 39,960 suffer enough when it comes to the palliative. We saw the government saying that they are doing everything within their means to make sure that they are being supporting those at home. Was your family supported in any part of the state? Thank you very much, my producer, for making sure that the screen of that comes up. The studio number, and those of you every Wednesday. So when we talk about the COVID-19. Those once again, it's called Niger Voices on Star Radio UK, your finest radio station in London. We have a full electricity. Again, this is the screen. Think about politician. It makes me remember, pity us. They enjoy this. Politician, pity us. Once again, it's called Niger Voices on Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station. Well, we are telling you that COVID-19 is a big. Work is still ongoing as I speak right now. Are we in democracy? You can call the studio number and tell me that. I say good evening to my brother who's watching right now, and those of you that have joined us on this evening of Niger.
A little bit of what we the DSA on Friday. Do you know
I thought the situation was bad until I looked at the current statistics of how many Nigerians are in extreme abject poverty. You want to know? I'll tell you once again, a very good evening. If you join us,
tell me that.
Remember to like our page, the studio number to add your voice.
Join us on
we love people to add their voice to conversation. It gives me the interest. It gives me the opportunity to know that maybe I'm the only one thinking that I send money home. How much I send home during this COVID-19?
How many Nigerians are in extreme abject poverty? You want to know? So you know what? Once again, very good evening.
Nigerians are the extreme abject poverty, and that literally in Nigeria, there's a different pothole. You better be moving like that. Until we have now overtaken India as the capital poverty of the world. But do you know that that figure has gone up? I will tell you a little bit about that number. But as a politician working, did your senator, did any of your senator give you any palliative? The House of Representatives in your state, did he or she brought out those palliative? Or those palliative were diverted to somebody else?
Politicians, please pity for us. I beg, read the Bible. See my people don't they die.
Not telling us enough about how many people will die or what we have in stock with these. Remember, it was a big issue with the PPE. A lot of our frontline workers. Now, statistics is telling us that we lost more BME right here in UK. Do you know that some of them are Nigerians, doctors that died during this COVID-19? Yeah, do you still believe in Nigeria, especially during this COVID-19? Or you just think enough is enough, let us come out of the called Nigeria and let's move into a new nation just like myself? I believe that Nigeria is not working. It's not going to work. Do not deceive yourself. Like I said, Nigeria stopped working almost 2014 when the amalgamation of 1914 expired. A lot of people will be thinking, how can somebody pledge a life to? You know what has happened? Nigeria also took away a life. how we roll it every Wednesday in Nigeria. A lot of people are thinking, why? What has happened? What took place? We can now tell you that if care is not taken, we know that there's what they call community spread of this COVID-19. We are looking at some people that have died for either maybe malaria. This is having in. How have you been affected? Let's look at some of the headline quickly, and I'll take a look at some of them in few details. According to 6 hours ago, Nigerian COVID-19 knocks off 15% of export earning in 1 month. That is quite alarming. Partnership aims to help Africans protect themselves, fight against, the insurgency as well. Also, the Commissioner for Health in Lagos also tested for COVID-19. Nigeria Lagos Health Commissioner contract COVID-19. Also, the Northeast Nigeria COVID-19 situation update. As looking to the Northeast, I was more worried, and I remember myself and the team during the morning show. We review every day. We talk about the Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, and all we can be told was they were just dying mysterious death, but nobody knows the cause of the death. In the Northeast state of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe, since the first index cases was reported on the 18th of April 2020 in Borno State, with over 7.5 million humanitarian crisis in the region. Do you know that the COVID-19 pandemic also presents a more difficult challenges to our already complex humanitarian situation? The question then remains, can Nigeria really survive? Can Nigeria survive with the way situations are going? My position is Nigeria is no longer needed. Let us cut it, let us divide it, let us go on our ways, and then we can have the money and the wealth to take care of those within Southwest, and if we have more, we can take care of people outside our own territory as well. A lot of people will disagree with you and say this cannot happen. It has been done before. Countries have been breaking into pieces or whatever reason where they are. But I'm going to play something just to say that even as your school certificate, you can only ride an Okada. And for those that are not Nigerians, Okada means the motorcycle. This is in Yoruba, but enjoy it as we go into a short mode.
Àwọn jẹ́ wọn ní Odùduwà nation làwọn fẹ́ o. Ẹ dákun pín wá o, ẹ dákun pín wá o. Àwọn jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí wọ́n. Ẹ dákun pín wá, ẹ dákun pín wá. Àwọn jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí wọ́n. Ní ká má sọ pé pín wá o. Ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Àwọn jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí wọ́n. Ẹ dákun pín wá. Àwọn Nàìjíríà kò lè wá. Àwọn jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí wọ́n. NYSC ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀fẹ́. Ẹ dákun Nàìjíríà. Láti ṣiṣẹ́ ní ọ̀tá ìgbẹ́.
The question remains, are we able to survive without you sending money home to your loved ones? As a family able to survive this coronavirus? What are the situations on one of these streets on the highway? The threat of the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly 1.8 million internal displaced persons. You know what that means? You have some individuals that are refugee already inside Nigeria, and the statistic that I'm giving you now is coming from the WHO. According to this report that only came out on the 23rd of August 2020, Nigeria meter condition, the international population, currently high incidence of chronic malnutrition and endemic malaria, coupled with the current new measles and expected cholera epidemic. They already have lot of pressure, but the question remains, how long will this all take for Nigeria or the Southeast, everybody has been badly affected for Nigeria? If your family are bad, then really once again, a very good evening and welcome to those that are I'm told there's a lot of interference, but maybe from another device that they're listening from, but everything seems to be fine from the studio, and I'm very sure of that as well. Thank you very much for alerting us on that. If you're having any interference, once again, I say good evening and welcome to Naija Voices on Star Radio UK. I have sent money home during this, pandemic, and I've been using SendWave. SendWave is another way to send money to Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria. And do you know you can also get a discount code if you're using Star Radio? If you'd like to know more, make sure you listen just before 12 o'clock on Tuesday morning, where you will know maybe, just maybe, you can also gain £5 adding to what you're already sending home. The question remains is, if we already have big issue in the Northeast regarding the malnutrition, you've just heard that there's about 1.8 million people that are in internal display. How do we cope with all these? How can we survive? Why is it taking too long to move people out of this internal display, build them a better community and move them out? But now that the coronavirus is already inside, it is becoming a little bit much bigger problem as well. Nigeria's animal market thrive despite COVID-19 pandemic. Have you been eating a lot of meat? What have you been doing? From my family that is in Nigeria, I'm told it's like a day, one day off, one day on, for different market. But the reaction is just a few months after a fish market was under lock. We already have another caller right here. Let's see if the caller would like to add to the conversation. Hello, good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK.
Oh, good evening.
You're welcome.
I can hear you well.
I can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening. Well, you're live with us on Star Radio UK. Okay. Okay, Egberanle. Kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ fún wa lórí COVID-19? Okay. Broadcast, and I believe you also. Okay, we're live on Star Radio. Well, you need the T-shirt, I guess, for the rally that is coming up. So we will tell you more on how you can get the T-shirt in your own location where you are. And just touch on that. Thank you very much, caller. Let's go straight into information before I go on everything you need to know on Star Radio UK. Just a few months after the Ekpe fish market was under lock to stem the spread of the new coronavirus, vendors at the site in the southern Nigeria state of Lagos are back buying and selling and trading animals. A vendor disclosed an endangered pangolin with a machete nearby grass quarter rodent as skin. Most of the sellers were wearing masks. Experts say COVID-19, which has killed around 1,000 people in Nigeria, jumped from animals to humans, possibly at the wet market in China, but few in Ekpe were worried. We are not afraid of it because the coronavirus is not inside the meat, said the vendor Kunle Yusuf. We do not eat the meat even during this coronavirus, and we do not have any disease. According to the University of Cambridge, Dr. Olivia called for more education around safe animal trade and hygiene. Have you been worried? I mean, let's be honest, this coronavirus has changed a lot of things, and they're meeting and they're still putting on their pajamas, not realizing that this is an official conference. And sometimes a lot of people are just making a hell of a noise at the background, and that is having a big impact when it comes to the conference that is taking place. We are very concerned with the risk that it poses. He said of market where live animals are kept in close quarters, but he warned that simply banning market could alienate people and drive the trade on the ground. So yes, we want people to continue to trade, but again, we want to make sure that all this is taking place in a very, very safe environment. Let's talk about the COVID-19 and the knock of 50% of export earning in 1 month. Already we have, a seaport that is not working. There's a congestion in Apapa. If you're sending the goods out of Nigeria to Europe, America, it takes longer to come out of Nigeria. By the time your goods are leaving Nigeria, I'm not sure we can do any perishable, because that would have been damaged even if you're using the airspace. At the moment, our international airspace is still not yet officially, I think it's coming up on the 29th. I'm going to double check that to make sure I am giving the right information, because we have a lot of Nigerians or a lot of Yorubas or ODUDUWA as they're called now that would like to travel back, but they are still stuck in their own location. According to Nigerian, export earnings have dropped by nearly $2 billion. That means Lagos Seaport is making a lot of money, but you wonder why.
Politicians show some love. Oh no.
If we are making $2 billion in terms of the the earnings, I mean, we've lost about $2 billion. So how much are we making? How much are we making when it comes to these the export coming into the country? Let's go back into that story. The drop, it has dropped by $2 billion according to this information. Nigerian export earning dropped by nearly $2 billion in 1 month due to the global coronavirus pandemic, which affected prices of crude oil according to data from the country's central bank. Due to the decline in the earnings, declined by 14.9%, 12% to $13.39 billion, compared with $15.74 billion last year in the same quarter 4. So that means we are not making money. But again, what has happened to all the earnings that we have done before this COVID-19? We were never saving. We were spending money like there's no tomorrow. We have another caller that is calling all the way from Kenya, and I believe that caller would like to ask. A very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK.
Yeah, this is Akoni from Kenya.
Go ahead.
Concerning the COVID-19 issue,
yes,
I was astonished about some people who do believe that Nigeria is still working.
Okay.
Here in Kenya, sincerely speaking, when COVID-19 started, they gave us food, they took us up location 9. Where our people are suffering back home. This country, they are not richer than us, but they are sustaining their people. So to me, location COVID-19 exposed them that they don't love us.
So
Thank you, sir.
Let me ask you before you go quickly, your family back in Nigeria, what are the message they are telling you during this COVID-19 in just 30 seconds before you go?
Well, my people are suffering there, especially, let me say, 3 of my friends called me. The guy told me I have not been eating for 3 days.
Wow.
The guy called me. I have not been eating for 3 days. They are just putting water and they are soaking Gary. Just Gary for 3 days.
Wow.
Sir,
wow.
Wallahi, I was crying the day that guy called me. That you have not been eating for 3 days, you are just soaking Gary.
Wow.
Even that Gary, when they took it in the morning, they have to it's very funny. They have to maintain it till the next day because they have it in their cupboard there.
Wow. I'll let him go because of time constraint, but I say thank you very much, Akonji, for calling us all the way from Kenya. Wow, that indicates that we are being watched around the globe. You can also indicate and tell us what part of the world you're watching this broadcast from this evening. Once again, we have a few more minutes before we go, but I will tell you more just before we go. If you're watching us, tell us the situation room about this COVID-19 in your own area. What has been the situation? Have you really, struggled? Have you lost somebody? it's been a very difficult year for so many people. So many people have been badly affected, with this COVID-19. But on the 1st of October, there's going to be a big rally that is taking place across the globe in regard to the 1914 amalgamation. Are we in this situation of where Nigeria, as of today, have not been able to take care of its people? This marriage that have joined, the three, the southeast, the southwest, and the north together. What went wrong? These are part of what we're going to be, review on the 1st of October. There will be a rally in your country. Make sure you find out more information from different groups that are already formed in different platforms. If you're not too sure, you can also continue to reach out to us and we'll be able to update you and tell you more about it as well. Thank you very much. Afolabi Shegun is watching me all the way from Dubai. Olasukomi Akambi says, Bayi Baba. Basiru Mustafa also saying, if you have not signed the poll and the petition, you're hearing this for the first time, you're not too sure. And for those in Nigeria together must now be brought back onto the table and be reviewed. So yes, just like the Biafra are talking about it, the ODUDUWA are also saying the same thing. Look, 1.8 million people are already in the internal display. These are Nigerians. They are already refugees before the COVID-19, and according to the World Health Organization, is telling us that if care is not taken, that area might become a big problem. So the question remains is, for how long can we be together as Nigeria? Nigeria of yesterday is different from the Nigeria of the 1960s. YouTube page on Star Radio UK. Follow us also on different platforms. The phone line to the studio is still open. If you're calling from US or Canada, plus 718-303-2737. And welcome to those that have joined us. Abraham, a very good evening. Olubumi Oyewole, a very good evening to you as well. And likewise, those watching us on one of the biggest local governments in Nigeria, Cairo, London, America, every part of the world that you've joined us this evening, I say welcome to Naija Voices. We'd like to say and appreciate Olu Food for being one of our sponsors on this particular show. If you'd like to sponsor as well, there is still time and room for you to reach out to us, and we will appreciate and give you every discount that you're looking for, because a lot of people love discount, and I'm sure my producer will make that available to those of you, whether you have a business here in the United Kingdom, outside the country, or you have this event that you like to organize, but because of the COVID-19 is having a big impact, and you think that you will need a media support services, get in touch with my producer on Star Radio UK on +44 208 133 A very good evening to our mother, Mama Esther Adetong Ewutage JP. Very good evening. Wale Akisoya is watching all the way from outside London. K Bossman, good evening. Laura Tosin is watching us all the way from Nigeria. A lot of people call it Location 9. And some people, I remember this morning when my co-presenter Mr. Archie and Frank, they kept asking, what is Location 9? What is Location 9? Let me tell you what Location 9 means for those of you that are wondering, what is Location 9? My last caller indicate Location 9, but he never mentioned the name and the meaning of Location 9. I will tell you what Location 9 means. Location 9 is another name that has been given to Nigeria by one of our guru, a man that have stand on his voice, a man that have stand still for the last 30 years, that Nigeria is not working. It can never work, and it's not going to work. When everybody is hearing the word Location 9, you must remember this Location 9 was ignited, was breaking down, was explained in details by Mr. Frank Bello. Mr. Frank Bello also is live every now and then on his face last week, and he gave us a total figure of what we have spent. I will see if I can retrieve that before I go tonight. I still have about another maybe 20 minutes before we go. At exactly 19:30, we'll be bringing the broadcast to an end. So when you hear the word Location 9, I will explain what that means. Remember, if you want to call Nigeria from United Kingdom, from America, from any part of the world, you will have to add the prefix, which is +234. If you add 2 + 4, that will give you